I've watched the politicians. I've dealt with them all my life. If you can't make a good deal with a politician, then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
President Trump, as you may recall, sold his deal-making skills from the very first day of the campaign. However, Jonathan Lemire and Darlene Superville, friends of the broadcast both of the Associated Press, write that in the middle of this government shutdown, quote, President Trump remained out of sight, suppressing his instincts to make himself part of the story by making a deal or picking a fight. Tonight, other friends of our broadcast, Ashley Parker and Josh Dawsey of the Washington Post, co-authored a piece we mentioned earlier titled White House Shutdown Strategy, Keep Trump Contained. In it, they write, quote, Republicans pursued a clear strategy to keep Trump contained during the three-day standoff that ended Monday, a president communicating a deliberate and simple message while largely hidden from public view. With us tonight to talk about all of it, Steve Schmidt, a Republican political veteran of the Bush White House and the McCain presidential campaign, and we're happy to say an MSNBC political analyst. So, Steve, I see you chuckling. Is it best that our deal-maker president be kept as far from this deal as possible?
No, they talk about him like they're hiding Hannibal Lecter out. It's just unbelievable. This is the president of the United States, the American head of state, the commander-in-chief. Extraordinary the disregard with which this White House staff talks about their president.
And, Steve, you are alone in public and media life, by my reckoning, in your use of the word rigor. It's a terrific word. It speaks to a work ethic, and rigor, that great word, has been so completely absent from our elected officials in Washington, who have again chosen to walk us up to a government shutdown deadline, as we've been saying, 2 weeks from this coming Thursday.
And certainly it's the case, Brian, that this does not go unnoticed all through the world. The Chinese English language state news agency has been mocking the American system of government all day long, all through the shutdown. I mean, what country in the world would look at the United States Senate, at the House of Representatives, and say that this system of government is working? We've seen a total collapse of trust in brand America throughout the world over the course of the last year. It is really, really unfortunate. And let's remember, as each side claims victory in this, the American people certainly are the losers. We have a defense secretary and a chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff both saying that the budgeting process is so completely broken that it's harming readiness in the U.S. military. It's weakening our national security efforts, and that they can't run the Defense Department with this broken process. And at the end of the day, they managed to shut the government down. The Republicans control all of it, by the way. So I do think the Republican brand so closely associated with shutting down the government, but they shut it down arguing on two issues that nearly 90% of the American people support. The Children's Health Insurance Program, which has never been contentious, and, of course, the Dreamers. And 90% of the country roughly says, let them stay. We're a big enough country to absorb them into it.